Okay, here goes nothing. Okay. Now, first attempt, first read through, 30 minutes. I'm just gonna modify it. So today I'm going to focus on Australian sporting figure, who many consider to be the father of Australian football, and his autobiography, which I've got here, called Sheila's Bogs and Profitters, an incomplete biography of Johnny Warren and football in Australia, that was released in 2002 and written with the help of Andy Harper and Josh Whittington. Football in Australia has undergone massive changes from when colonials brought the game over to now. Recently, football has had this stigma around it, and it was very much played by wogs and profitters. And that created a lot of racism towards the game. And Johnny was born in 1943, and so I grew up when Australia experienced an influx of immigrants from Europe after the World War II, and the Europeans mostly played football and created a lot of football clubs, and that's the stigma around football that we know today is still possibly and probably around. So Johnny is a key figure in Australian football, simply because of his football mission to remove that stigma and make football in Australia what it should be and what it deserves to be, which is the number one sport in Australia. It's not there yet, but it will be. Hopefully, continuing on his mission. Many people do. So today I'm not gonna focus on his missionary life, which was after football and his playing career. Instead, I'm gonna focus on his playing career, because that influenced what he became later as a football missionary. His beginning in football. Interesting story. It came at the age of 5. His local youth group at church decided to play football as a group activity. So they formed a football team, and Johnny's older brothers signed him up to play in the local church league at the age of 5. And Johnny considers that a very pivotal moment in making him want to play football as a career. He always showed promise as a footballer, showed promise from a young age, and he played his first senior game at 15 for Canterbury, and a few years later he moved to Forge, where he played the remainder of his club football. Anyway, I sped through this so that I could get to the national team selection, which happened in 1965, and I've actually got a graph here showing a bit of his stuff in the game, and his sport experiences graph as well, which I made up based on his biography. And so I played quite a lot of sport as he was young, but football one day in the end. In 1965 he was selected to play for Australia against North Korea. He didn't actually debut in that particular selection. He debuted on the 26th of November against Cambodia in a friendly, which was later on. But his coming of age in the national team, and really the coming out of age in the national Australian football team, was in 1976 at the Vietnam War, believe it or not, which Johnny talks about quite a lot. And it's also talked about in this book here, A History of Football in Australia. So, that's a very interesting book. And it informed me a lot about the era of football which Johnny grew up, which was the 50s and 60s, and it was very disorganised in the stage. Breakaway leagues were commonly formed and threatened. There was very much a division amongst the states, and most importantly, Australia were actually banned from FIFA from 1960 to 1963, so we didn't even get a chance to qualify for Chile in 1962. But we did get a chance to qualify for 66, which we failed to do after losing a very poorly organised qualification run against Rhodesia, which is now Zimbabwe, and against Israel. So the governing body of Australia made a mistake here, and that was in the game. And they were also paid less than $15 for the whole campaign, which lasted about 3 months, and they played in, I think, 4 different countries for that. So it was a pretty big effort, and they came away with less than $15 for it. Another thing I wanted to focus on in Johnny's career is his injury. You'll notice right here, I think up here, maybe I can't see my finger, that there's a gap in his football, and that was due to injury in 1971. So this really was, well, at the time it was considered to be his peak. He was 28, he'd been playing some great football, he was captain of his club and country, but his knee just gave way. He tried to play again, and that didn't go at all well. Went to see a doctor, and doctor put him in for surgery, and upon opening him up, the doctor found that he had ruptured his ACL, and we all know how crippling and unfortunately fairly common ACL injuries are, but back in 1971, Johnny underwent the first knee reconstruction in Australia. And obviously not knowing then that people do come back from ACL injuries, although not back to their peak. Many thought that Johnny's playing days were over due to injury and the fact that in 1971 people really had no idea about this sort of injury. So for Johnny, his peak, the knee injury just was a horrible time for him. But he turned it around after a chance meeting with a FIFA coach, and that provided a coaching course that he went to and attended, and it improved his game. And because this is outside of Australia, I won't mention too much about it. But Johnny did eventually return to St George, his club side in Australia, and the coaching course had actually improved his game and made him a smarter player. And his knee held up very well. And Johnny made his way back into the Australian side in their attempts to qualify for the 74 World Cup. They beat New Zealand, Iraq and Indonesia straight past Iran, and then South Korea remained the only hurdle. Unfortunately, again, a pay dispute erupted 2 days before they were due to play the first leg. The president of the Football Federation, well, at the time it was called the Australian Soccer Federation, Sir Arthur George, players would be looked after, and after the disappointment of '69, that wasn't going to cut it. So they threatened a boycott walkout, but Arthur George came back and gave assurances after that. And they did play the game in Sydney, 0-0 draw. A few days in the return leg, they found themselves 2-0 down, but fought back to draw 2-2. And in those days, there was no away goals, so the third match in a neutral venue, won by Australia, sent them to Germany. The World Cup, very professional compared to the semi-pro Australians. They were ready for the first game against East Germany, but unfortunately Johnny suffered a foot injury in this game and didn't play the following two against West Germany and Chile. Johnny then returned to St George after the World Cup, and he became a play coach, and he turned the poor season up to then around, scoring goal in the grand final, and he retired after that. So that's the story of Johnny Warren, the footballer, and that's only half the story. Through his roles as a coach, market analysis, and many others, he played a vital role in making Australian football what it is today. But yeah, I had a lot more to say about that sort of thing, but I'm sure it won't fit. And in fact, at the moment, I've gone over 5 minutes. Okay. Wow. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to get some of it out. So, to sports, the participant was involved in football. A lot of sports, obviously. Major competitions. Well, the church league was the first competition. Then he moved up to club and senior competitions after that, and then the highest level of the sport at the 74 World Cup. The format, well, most of them would have been league structures, round robin structures, World Cup, round robin followed by knockout. The sport organisations, well, the ASF was certainly not very helpful, but and FIFA to a degree weren't that helpful either, but that was to a lesser degree. I think Johnny, growing up, he didn't have a great deal of coaching, but he made up later. Something Do I think Johnny had a good understanding of the sport delivery system? Well, duh. Yeah, they did have very good understanding. Johnny had probably a better understanding of the sport delivery systems when he wrote the book, as opposed to when he was competing. Simply because he was able to step back into the role of a coach, some marketing personnel. After his football had finished, he did do a bit of that before, while his career was happening. When he wrote the book in 2002, I felt he had a very good understanding of the sports delivery systems, and well, what did I already know? Well, I'd actually already read the book before this was so I already knew a lot about Jimmy Warren, but I'd actually only read the history of football in Australia for the first time. So I learned heaps about the situations of the governance of the game and the immigrants that came over after World War II, and all that effect that it had on football in this country. So I don't think the systems were effective then. Certainly not, because there was lots of breakaway competitions and distrust and disharmony and all that among the game. But also led in a way to this report, which was done in 2003, led to the FFA as we know it today. That was a good, a positive step in Australia's football history, for sure. And well, we're still trying to improve the football system in this country to eventually one day have a World Cup winner. But really, it all dates back to this man, Johnny Warren. Got these from Johnny Warren's football community. Where else? The show probably. Johnny Warren. Anyway, I think that's about it. Cool.